Have you ever crossed paths with someone who seems to glow from within, someone who radiates power even in silence, someone whose energy shakes your soul without uttering a word? They aren't like everyone else. Their pain is deeper, their purpose is bigger, and their presence is divine. These are the chosen ones. And here's the truth that many don't realize. Everyone is powerless in the face of a chosen one, except God. This isn't just a poetic phrase or a spiritual cliché. This is a truth ancient civilizations, mystics, prophets, and seers have always known. In a world filled with chaos, deceit, and illusion, the chosen ones walk among us. Silent warriors, guided by divine forces, covered in invisible armor, carrying a mission too sacred to be touched by darkness. If you're watching this right now, this message has found you at the exact moment your soul was ready to hear it. You are not here by accident. If you feel that in your heart, if your spirit feels awakened by these words, then type 1111 in the comments below. It's a sacred number, a symbol of divine alignment, and by writing it, you're not just showing your presence, you're opening yourself to divine blessings. And before we begin, if messages like this bring you peace, truth, and power, please hit that subscribe button and join our growing family of awakened souls. Let's keep walking this path together. 1. Their energy disturbs the unworthy. You've seen it, even if you didn't fully understand it at the time. A room seems calm until the chosen one walks in. Suddenly, the atmosphere thickens. Some people grow tense, guarded, or visibly uncomfortable. The insecure become defensive, the arrogant subtly irritated, not because the chosen one speaks with arrogance or aggression, but because their presence alone acts as a mirror, reflecting the falseness in others. Masks begin to crack under the weight of truth. The chosen one doesn't expose people intentionally. Their energy simply reveals what others work hard to hide. This is not sorcery or psychological trickery. It's what can only be described as spiritual dominance. They do not need to speak to command attention or respect. Their light, their alignment with truth, naturally casts shadows wherever illusion resides. Even the seemingly powerful, those backed by wealth, fame, or authority, are unsettled in their presence. Because no matter how high one rises in worldly power, it pales in comparison to the spiritual sovereignty carried by a chosen soul. 2. They are protected by divine intervention. There's a pattern to the lives of chosen ones that defies logic. Time and again they are tested through betrayal, loss, illness, or life-threatening situations. And yet, they keep rising, stronger than before. To the outside world, it might look like luck or coincidence or sheer resilience. But in truth, it is something far more sacred, divine protection. Chosen ones walk with unseen forces. Their path may be steep and their enemies many, but their steps are guarded by a higher presence. The more they are attacked, the more evident their protection becomes. Many have tried to break them, to drag them down, to silence their voice, but all have failed, because you cannot destroy what was never built by the world. Their strength is not their own alone. It comes from a source beyond comprehension. Car accidents, betrayals, illness, and threats may come, but they do not stay. Just when it seems like all hope is lost, grace intervenes. The truth is simple yet profound. Only God can judge or deal with a chosen one. No human hand can stop what heaven has ordained. 3. They are misunderstood, isolated, but never broken. The life of a chosen one is not glamorous. It is often marked by long periods of isolation and deep misunderstanding. They are seen as too intense, too emotional, too deep, or just plain different. People don't know how to label them, so they distance themselves. But what looks like loneliness is often sacred solitude. What seems like rejection is divine redirection. The world may not understand them, but heaven does. Their silence isn't a weakness. It's the space where wisdom grows. While others chase noise and validation, chosen ones sit quietly, gathering strength. They are trained in stillness. Their isolation is not punishment, it is preparation. It is during these quiet seasons that they evolve in ways the world cannot comprehend. While others break down in solitude, the chosen rise up from it. Their strength is built not in comfort, but in spiritual exile. And though the road is lonely, it's never wasted, because every misunderstood moment is a step toward divine alignment. 4. They carry ancient knowledge in their spirit. Chosen ones often speak truths they were never taught. Their insights come not from classrooms or credentials, but from the deep well of the soul. They carry an ancient knowing, as if they've lived 1,000 lives. Their wisdom confuses people, especially when it comes from someone so young or so unconventional. But their knowledge doesn't follow the rules of the world. They just know. They can sense lies beneath smiles, danger behind charm, and darkness under the surface of beauty. They are spiritually intuitive, reading energies the way others read faces. This insight is not something they chose, it chose them. It's written in their spirit, passed down from other realms. That's why they speak with conviction, not arrogance. People fear this kind of awareness, because when someone can see through you, you can no longer pretend, and the world runs on pretense. The chosen one threatens illusions not through attack, but through presence. And truth, when spoken from the soul, is the most feared weapon of all. 5. They experience attacks when they're close to their breakthrough. If you look closely, you'll see a pattern. Just when the chosen one is about to rise to their next level, everything seems to go wrong. People they trust betray them. Opportunities that seemed solid fall apart. Their faith is tested to the limit. This isn't bad luck, it's spiritual warfare. The forces of darkness sense the shift before it even happens. They know that the chosen one is nearing a breakthrough, and so they launch a final assault to break their spirit. But what the enemy doesn't realize is that chosen ones are forged in fire. Every hardship only strengthens their resolve. Every attack becomes a lesson. Yes, they may cry. Yes, they may momentarily fall to their knees. But they always rise, because they've faced worse. The storms that scare others are just training grounds for the chosen. And when they make it through, and they always do, they emerge not only victorious but transformed. 6. They inspire loyalty without demanding it. In a world where people manipulate, charm, and coerce others for loyalty, chosen ones take a different path. They don't chase, they don't beg, they don't perform to be liked. And yet, people follow them, not because they were persuaded to, but because something in the chosen one calls out to their spirit. Loyalty comes naturally around them. Those who are meant for them feel it deeply, often without knowing why. The chosen one's presence speaks louder than words. Their authenticity attracts the real and repels the fake, and interestingly, even their enemies are captivated. They may act like they despise them, but in truth, they're obsessed, watching, studying, and imitating. Because there's something about the chosen that cannot be explained. They lead not with charisma, but with purpose, not with performance, but with presence. That kind of influence can't be bought, it must be born. 7. They attract tests that would destroy others. Comfort is not the path of the chosen. While others seek ease, chosen ones are sent into storms. Their lives are marked by trials, pain, and often early suffering. It may seem unfair, but there's a divine reason. These trials are not to destroy them, but to shape them. While others break under pressure, the chosen are refined by it. Every heartbreak, every betrayal, every setback is a tool in their spiritual training. They're not being punished, they're being prepared. Because you cannot lead others out of darkness unless you've walked through it yourself. Their connection to the divine gives them resilience that's hard to understand. What crushes others only molds them, and over time the suffering becomes sacred. The fire forges the spirit. They suffer not because they are weak, but because they are destined to be strong. The storms that were meant to destroy them become the very reason they rise above all. 8. They are obeyed by nature and animals. This may sound like a poetic exaggeration to some, but those attuned to the spiritual realms know it to be true. Nature responds to the chosen ones. There's a profound and unspoken connection between the chosen soul and the natural world. Animals, especially those often wary or defensive, become calm in their presence. Dogs stop barking, birds draw closer, and even wild creatures hesitate before fleeing. Children who have yet to be conditioned by the world feel a rare peace around them. Babies stop crying. Strangers' pets become affectionate. Plants, too, seem to thrive more robustly when touched or nurtured by them. And sometimes even the elements, rain, wind, and sun, appear to move in harmony with their emotional states. It's not magic, it's resonance. The reason lies in vibration. Chosen ones do not carry the fractured energy of ego or artificiality. Their frequency is aligned with something ancient and sacred, the same force that spins galaxies and blooms flowers. They are not just human beings, they are vessels of universal energy. This energy cannot be faked, and it cannot be ignored. Nature, which operates on purity and vibration, recognizes it instantly. That's why animals do not fear them, and why trees seem to sway toward them. It's a silent conversation between creation and consciousness. The world may not always welcome them, but the earth always does. 9. Their enemies always defeat themselves. There's something almost cinematic about the justice that unfolds in the life of a chosen one. Time and again they are attacked, maligned, slandered, or betrayed. Yet, instead of retaliating or descending into vengeance, they remain still. They stay quiet. They let time and truth do what rage never could. And then, without fail, the enemy falls, not by the hand of the chosen one, but by their own. Their lies unravel, their schemes backfire, their darkness consumes itself. This is not coincidence, it's divine law. Chosen ones walk with a spiritual backing that transcends human comprehension. They do not need to destroy their enemies because their very existence activates the enemy's destruction. It's as if the energy that opposes the chosen one is cursed by its own intention. Those who come against them are not fighting a person, they are fighting purpose. And purpose, when divinely assigned, cannot be stopped. The chosen one's power lies in their restraint. They do not beg to be understood or seek revenge to feel powerful. They simply pray, walk forward, and rise. And behind the scenes, heaven handles the rest. The enemies of the chosen will always find themselves defeated by their own hand. That is the ultimate proof of divine favor, because when God fights your battles, your silence speaks louder than any sword ever could. If this video spoke to your soul, if it made you feel seen, understood, or protected, then you already know the truth. You are either a chosen one or you're being called to awaken. Don't ignore that calling. Embrace it. You're not crazy, you're not broken, you're chosen. And that comes with power, but also with responsibility. This is the Alchemy of Awareness channel. If you received this message at the perfect time in your life, type 1111 in the comments below to confirm divine alignment and receive unseen blessings. Also, please subscribe to this channel so more messages like this can reach the people who need them. You are not alone. You never were. And now you're stepping into the light that was always meant to guide you. Thank you for watching.